Welcome to the Matrix-Q podcast for the Golden Triangle of Entrepreneurship, the GTE2.
Good morning, Louis. Are you ready to create some art together?
Good morning, Josephine. Yes. What are we going to do today? What is the first thing that we do in the morning in the house?
Yeah, let's share that story. Because I think it's the best way to engage you guys, to share what we want to share with you today. With a little story. So why don't you sit back and close your eyes, maybe even, and imagine that you're waking up in the morning, opening your eyes. Oh, you had such a good sleep. You're looking out the window. The sun is just about to rise, it's getting lighter and lighter. Birds are chirping. You hear nature around you. And your day is just full of potential.
The spark of creativity in the morning, coming out of the dream state, entering the world to change it, to create with it. So I think we will start with some breathing and yoga in the morning today. What do you think?
What a wonderful idea. Getting into the body, connecting, feeling what is right for that day to happen. Yeah, definitely. Tuning in. Absolutely.
How many people do we have living in the house at the moment? 5 or 6?
Yeah, let's make it 5 or 6.
Okay.
And let's start with a group of ladies. I like that. A group of 5 ladies.
Okay. Just staying in the house, breathing in the morning, doing some yoga, and creating a close circle, sharing how we feel in the morning and
Right.
what our journey is about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, super important to live together in a group, to connect to each other, to just check in. Where are you at this morning? How are you feeling? What's on your mind? Anything to consider for the group without having to worry about somebody having a comment on that or trying to change the way you feel or having, something to say. Just being able to share openly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why is this important? I think in my experience in sharing the space in communities, there's always this underlying tension, that you don't know what people are thinking and feeling and why they have this mood or that other mood. So listen to each other every day, help us to connect more freely, more relaxed, right?
Exactly. Yeah. For me personally, I can walk around in a community feeling like I have to walk on my toes when somebody's not feeling very well. And I have the tendency to pull it into me and think that I've done something wrong while, maybe they're just having a bad day or their grandma died or I don't know. So yeah, it's good to check in on that and to know that you can just be there for a person without having to say something or without thinking that you're doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, certainly. Life is about changes. So, and as humans, we experience the day always in a new way and take it as it comes. So maybe, some days we won't be in a super happy mood. Maybe we have challenges to face, and maybe, we need to be introverted that day and don't feel like talking, or we feel creative and we need to interact. So there are different moments in our lives, and to live in one house together means that we have to acknowledge and welcome, integrate those special moments in the life of everybody in the house, right? Without feeling uncomfortable with them.
Right. And how powerful is it when you are surrounded by a group of people that can support you in that and that know how to support you? Yeah,
Sometimes we just need people to listen to us, right? That's it.
exactly.
Good way to start the day. So what will we do after this circle listening each other.
Right. So we're completely grounded, we're tuned in, we're connected to ourselves, and we're connected to each other. That's great foundation to start the day. Let's do a strategic assessment of the month that has passed and the month that is coming.
Mm. Very important to do, certainly. We need to, from time to time, once a month is good, um, monitor, how we have been doing with our projects, if we have achieved our goals, our milestones, what are the
Exactly.
new things we need to do, if we're applying the right strategy or not, and maybe we need new members in the house or in the online team, and which are the new partners or new customers, and the new creative ideas that we'd like to bring in.
Right, right. Because we are working towards big plans after all. So strategy is important.
Yes, strategy and following up, having milestones and goals. And we need to give time to that management, discussion, brainstorming, strategizing. Um, so probably a good 2 hours will be that. I mean, uh, of a meeting. Do you think?
Right. We have a lot of creative people there, a lot of inspiration, lots to talk about. So yeah, I think 2 hours is decent.
And after that, what we're going to do?
Let's see. We have a strategic assessment. We have all this inspiration flowing. And then like 2 hours of that, maybe we need a little break after that.
Mhm.
Have some food even maybe to ground it a little bit.
Yeah, to have very nice breakfast, and um, after the breakfast, sometime, uh, probably in the middle of the morning, right?
Mm,
We will do our first dance activity, performing activity of the day,
wonderful.
right?
That sounds good.
And our intention will be to explore how to tell a story that can impact the senses of people and help them connect to the uh, sustainable development goals, to sustainability, to global pressing issues, but from a very positive point of view, empowering to engage into participating in a collective journey worldwide, dedicated to change our planet, to bring it back to a balance. And I think this work with art will challenge us to be creative, but at the same time communicate in a way that we can create a transformational process for the people that listen to the story, or sees the story, so that they can feel pulled naturally, to bring their own creativity and their own energy to participate in the sustainable development, right?
Right, right. So basically, what I hear you saying is that you want to activate people through a form of dance, like dance improvisation or a dance routine that makes them think about sustainable development.
Yes, and we will do what we called yeah, mixed performing arts. So not only dancing, but also dance improvisation, theater, playing music, sounding, using our
Yeah,
voice, and it could be painting, digital art, all the forms, artistic forms that can help us tell a story in all its ways, from poetry to, you know, um, writing a story, doing, playing a little story, acting, and or singing a song. There's so
hmm
many ways to tell stories.
That's wonderful because that would actually empower everybody in the house to step into their authentic expression in one moment in time and to share that and to engage the other team members in the house to to taste their expression, that kind of expression. And yeah.
Certainly. So what we will do with these materials, because we will record all these performances and, create content with it. So what we will do with that content, because at the moment we just dance inside of the house. It's a good experience for us, but we want to help others create more impact, right?
Right. Well, I have to say, during this whole isolation thing, I have experienced many moments where I would usually go to a yoga class or a dancing class. And right now it's all in the comfort of our own homes. And what I've heard from a friend who is a little bit more timid than I am is that she actually really appreciates that she can be in the safety of her own home. She can close the curtains and she can do a dance class without anybody watching, So something like that, it could become. We could just share an introduction and invite people to join in the dance.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Yes. Yeah. Do you remember this statement? Dance like nobody's looking at you, nobody's watching you.
Right, exactly.
And now it's very tangible. We can literally do that. Yes, I think that's a very good idea to integrate the community of our community, our audience, and our friends and network into these dance experiences, so they can join us in the process. And I also have the feeling that sometimes people need, in the case of performing arts or self-expression, need some technical assistance. So we can use our materials to create a very nice training program for people to learn our methodology, for performing arts.
Exactly. And to really go in a little bit more deeper, because I think that would be the value here, that you can do so many dance workshops online, and you can even have a weekly thing where you come together with the same community, maybe even, and if you really want to, you can connect to them. But it hardly ever goes into the depth of the performance itself, the structure behind it, why the movements are a certain way, and how you can use that for your highest benefit. So I think we can really deepen it out in there.
Yes, I think so too. And
welcome to the Matrix-Q podcast for the Golden Triangle of Entrepreneurship, the GTE2.